Let's be real for a moment. The second a man stops chasing approval, something subtle but incredibly powerful happens inside a woman. Her nervous system sharpens, her attention heightens, she starts observing him the way prey watches a calm predator. Not because he's cold or cruel, but because he withholds the one thing most men surrender without a second thought. The desperate need to be liked. I'm speaking from behind the curtain here. Women are not drawn to obedience. They are drawn to self-possession. The first thing a grounded man refuses is the urge to explain himself. Every unnecessary explanation leaks power. When you over-justify your intentions, your emotions, or your teaming, you reveal fear of being misunderstood, fear of disapproval. And fear is never attractive. Calm. Certainty is. A man who simply states his reality without defending it, who sets his boundaries as facts, not arguments. That quiet refusal creates a tension. And tension is where desire is born. This doesn't mean being rude or distant. It means speaking once, clearly, and letting the silence do the rest. Silence forces her to invest emotionally, to fill the gaps with her own thoughts. That internal engagement bonds her to you more deeply than words ever could. The second refusal happens long before attraction is even visible. A composed man refuses to rush intimacy. When emotional closeness is pushed too fast, it signals hunger. Unge repels. But when connection is allowed to unfold naturally, it signals abundance. You see, women are drawn to men who are not desperate to be chosen. Rushing intimacy screams, "My life is empty without you." But refusing to rush says, "My life is full, and you're invited, not required." That distinction changes everything. There is something magnetic about a man who just enjoys the moment without trying to extract something from it. He listens, he observes, he engages all without clinging. That restraint communicates emotional maturity. And emotional maturity feels like safety, mixed with excitement. The third refusal might feel uncomfortable, almost unnatural at first. Smart men refuse emotional availability on demand. This doesn't mean being emotionally closed off. It means refusing to become a 24-hour emotional service center. When a man responds instantly, drops his priorities, and rearranges his entire life the moment she feels uncertain, he sends a silent message. My purpose is flexible. Women don't analyze this, they feel it. And feelings drive attraction far more than thoughts ever will. A man who chooses when and how he shows up communicates structure. His emotions are real, but they're not reactive. That choice creates respect. And respect is the soil where attraction grows deep roots instead of just burning out. Remember, emotional availability is only powerful when it's earned. Revealing yourself gradually feels meaningful. Women don't want all of you at once. They want to discover you. The fourth refusal is the most misunderstood of all. Refusing to tolerate disrespect, especially the small kinds. Because the small violations you ignore teach people how to treat you. Disrespect isn't TL waste load. Sometimes it's sarcasm masked as humor. It's consistent lateness. It's subtle boundary testing. When a man calmly names the behavior and sets a boundary, attraction doesn't die, it polarizes. He doesn't explode. He doesn't lecture. He just holds the line. That firmness signals self-worth, and self-worth feels grounding, secure, and incredibly rare. Now, none of these refusals are manipulative tactics. They are acts of self-alignment. Smart men don't refuse things to punish women. They refuse to abandon themselves, and women feel that difference instantly. Refusal acts as a filter. It repels the wrong women and deepens the connection with the right ones. When a man stops trying to be chosen, he starts choosing, and that's when the entire dynamic shifts. Smart men also refuse to perform masculinity. There's no posturing, no exaggeration, no chasing reactions. They let their presence speak for itself. Performance is exhausting, and women can feel that exhaustion. When a man constantly tries to prove his value, it reveals an inner doubt, and doubt is contagious. Effortless attraction isn't accidental. It's built on refusing what weakens you. Strong men don't negotiate attraction. They allow it to rise or fall naturally. That quiet confidence creates a pull that logic just can't explain. Her attention lingers. Her respect deepens. Because refusal, when it's rooted in self-respect, reads as strengthened. Strength is what sustains desire long after the novelty fades. Let's talk about a few more powerful refusals. Smart men refuse to overshare past wounds too early. Vulnerability has its timing. When pain is unloaded before trust exists, curiosity turns into responsibility, and responsibility kills desire. Emotional discernment keeps the mystery alive. They also refuse to argue about emotions. They acknowledge feelings without surrendering their own frame. This presence without panic creates a sense of safety. And safety without weakness is magnetic. They refuse emotional bargaining, no trading affection for approval, no giving more in the hopes of being chosen. Consistency replaces confusion, and confusion erodes desire faster than distance ever could. They refuse to chase mixed signals. They observe, they match energy, or they step back. The willingness to walk away isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. And self-respect relaxes her nervous system because it signals stability. They also refuse to make a woman their emotional center. Purpose comes first. Identity stands on its own. Polarity requires two whole people. A man anchored to something larger than the relationship itself creates admiration, and admiration fuels long-term desire. They refuse to lower their standards for attraction. Standards aren't rules for others. They're boundaries for yourself. Smart men live them quietly. Choice is always more attractive than control. And finally, they refuse to internalize rejection. They don't chase closure. They don't collapse. They accept the information and move forward, completely intact. This emotional resilience is deeply attractive. Grounded men are trusted, and trust opens doors that charm never will. Refusal becomes a lifestyle. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet, internal, and felt immediately. The strongest men aren't the ones who cling the tightest. They're the ones who can let go without collapsing. So, ask yourself honestly, where are you over-explaining, over-giving, bending too quickly, or tolerating too much? Subtract what weakens you. What remains is your power. You're not here to perform. You're here to choose yourself. And when you do, the right women don't feel pushed away. They feel pulled in. And that pull is silent, steady, and impossible to fake. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button for more.